Welcome to AI-EPC. Today I'm going to show you how to create a MEES 2030 compliance report using our MEES compiler. So once you've analysed your property, which you would have seen the tutorial earlier on how to do that, you scroll down to this section here, which is the MEES 2030 compliance compiler. Create a new MEES compliance report. Takes you onto the strategy page. Our three strategies are path of least resistance, quickest, most affordable improvements to reach the C-band, the Eco Warrior, which is maximum carbon reduction and renewable energy focus, and the fabric first approach, which prioritizes building envelope improvements before systems. We're going to go for the path of least resistance, which I think quite a lot of people may be going for this route. If we click onto here, it brings up the address, the current banding of the EPC property type. So here you have the option to upload a photo of the property, which I recommend you do if you can, because it just makes the report look a bit neater and presents better. Our optional entry for client name. So Mr. Testy Landlord is going to be entered there with a test email address as well. Again, you don't have to enter that, but I think it just adds to the report features. Click to continue the measures. Sometimes takes a couple of seconds. Okay, here we go. So on the select improvement measures page, this is where you need to go into your energy rating software and calculate yourself using the approved energy rating software with whichever accreditation body you are currently with, and create an energy report. Basically, from that, you will then know, with liaising with your client, which is the best route for this particular property to get it into the C-band, or whichever banding you're aiming for. So with this path of least resistance, it's giving you what it proposes as the options to go for. So initially, let's go with loft insulation. As you open up that recommendation or guidance measure, then it gives you a disruption level, an eco score, and a low cost banding. Here is where you would probably add your notes. So I would say something along the lines of loft hatch is located in bedroom 1 in main part of house. Access hatch is small, so consider this when installing loft insulation for access reasons. Whatever you need to do, you'd put in there. As we continue down, let's click something. I'm going to go for PV on this property. Again, I can add my test notes into this section. You can bump out the report as much as you want by putting all of you may have default text that you want to add to this section yourself, but for now we'll just put some test notes in. There we go. So now that's taken us to C73. I personally think the best banding you really want to go for is probably a minimum of C75, just because the client may not undertake these works for a year or two or more, and you just don't know what outside influences are going to affect the EPC software in terms of degradation, software updates, etc. So yeah, if you go for a higher banding, the better, the safer it is for you. Obviously, your landlord or client is not going to be very happy if they undertake the measures that you proposed, and when you revisit, it doesn't make the C-band. So yeah, once you've chosen the route and the recommendations, press continue. And it takes you to this page. So last but not least, just enter in the C-band that you've achieved with these guidance measures. I think it was 73 we got to on this one. If you tick the confirm the data has been verified box and review the report, you then enter the page where you can add your own branding or not. If you want to add your own branding, you can do this in the account settings page. You can upload your own logo. You also have the option to edit the report disclaimer. And last but not least, again, before you compile this report and publish it, you're just declaring that you have checked that it will get into the desired banding. And here we go. So part of the MEES report process, download the report as a PDF. In part 2, I'll show you the PDF, the report that you can provide your client, and of course, charge for the service. In terms of monetizing the system, you effectively have the initial EPC rating, the initial EPC visit. you have the MEES compliancy report that you're producing, and you have the final EPC to sign off the works that have been completed. So you've got 3 areas there which you can provide a useful service to your clients, and of course it does generate extra work for yourselves too. I hope you find it as useful as we have been over the last few years.